Hi guys. I'm so sad that I'm not able to come back this week. I really missed you guys. I really messed my back up bad. But I have something exciting to teach you today. Okay? This is so exciting because you get to write a different kind of story than a small moment story. Okay? You used to be storytellers and you were really good at telling me something that happened in your life. You would tell stories like these. Okay? They're not true necessarily. They might be, they might not be. Now you are going to be telling stories, writing stories like these. Okay? These are non-fiction stories. Not fiction, non-fiction. That means what? It means they're true. All right. So you're going to be an expert. Okay, and you're going to pick a topic that you are an expert on. So if you are not an expert on the stars, you're probably not going to write about the stars, okay? But you get to be experts and you get to teach your friends, you get to teach me, you get to teach all your readers about a topic. Okay, that's really cool. All right, so we're going to start an investigation and we're going to figure out the difference between a storybook like this and a nonfiction book like this, a teaching book, okay? All right, this is an informational book because it gives you information. Now I'm going to read a little bit of the storybook, okay? Just a page. I want you to listen to my voice. The day it rained hearts. One day it started raining hearts. And Cornelia Augusta caught one. She caught another and another. It wasn't very hard, so she caught some more. Okay, so this was the storybook, like the small moment that you've been writing. Now this is the informational book. Okay, this is another type of book that you read. You read it on Epic. You might have it in your book box. This is pigs. Oh, look, it's got a table of contents. So I could pick a specific part and go to that page because it even gives me the page numbers. So I want to pick piglets. I'm going to go to page 15 and just skip right over there. Okay, a sow makes a nest for her piglets. The baby pigs drink milk and they nap in the hay. Smart pigs try to get out of their pen. They grunt and squeal. They sniff for food. All right, so my voice for this one, I used some expression, okay, where it got higher and showed a little bit of excitement. This voice I like to call is more like a news person where they're giving you information about the weather or something that happened in the world. You're kind of giving news about pigs when I read, okay? I still use a little bit of expression. I do not sound like a robot, but I'm more teaching than reading, being a storyteller, okay? Now, so I'm going to pause for a second. How are teaching books, these books, different than the storybooks that we read and we're writing? Okay, I'm going to give you 30 seconds. Talk to your neighbor. How are nonfiction books different than our storybooks? All right, come back together. Reading, what I wanted you to say to your neighbor, and it's okay if you didn't, is that informational books, writers of these books are using teaching words and a teaching voice if they were reading it. And writers of these books, storytelling books, are going to use their storytelling voice and their expression and make it really interesting so that everyone is listening, okay? And you're not really learning anything here. It's just a fun story. All right. Now, writers, I do think that some of you said that informational books Use a teaching voice. I do think some of you said that. That's great, okay? And these informational books are going to give true facts, okay? They're not going to be lies. They're not going to be made up. They won't have pigs in them that are green because we know that pigs are not really green, okay? So they are going to tell facts. Storybooks, it's make-believe. They want, well, the animals talk a lot of times too, okay? So those are all ways that storybooks are different than informational books, okay? Now, I ask myself some questions when I'm trying to figure out what I want to write, what I want to teach you when I'm writing, okay? So I'm not writing a small moment anymore, and you're not going to either, except for at writing workshop. Except for working on writing, the rotation. During this time that we write when we get out our black folders, we're going to be really working on some informational books that you're writing. You are the teacher. But you got to ask yourself, what do I know a lot about that I could teach others? Okay, you think about that. What do you know a lot about that you could teach other people? Maybe it's about a sport. Maybe you are good at soccer, baseball, cheerleading, dance. It could be about sport. It doesn't have to be. Or a game that you're really good at. Excuse me. Or an animal. Maybe you know a lot about an animal, and that's good. That's another way to teach somebody. Okay, and then if you think you know something, a lot about something, go ahead and give a thumbs up. Look around. Are most of your friends, do they have thumbs ups? I hope so. If not, you really need to think of something you could teach. Okay, if you know how to make a sandwich, you can write about that. Okay, that's something you're good at, something you know a lot about. All right, now quickly tell the person to your right what you know a lot about. All right, come back together. All right, now I want to teach you today how to get started writing your teaching book, okay? Just like when we were doing stories and you had to just tell across the pages, the beginning, middle, and end first, point and tell. You kind of do that, okay? I'm going to use my teaching voice and I'm going to use my fingers first before I do a paper, okay? I'm going to teach you about yoga, okay? And I don't know if anyone in here is in the yoga tribe, but I'm sure you know what yoga is, okay? It's a stretch, it's kind of calming. I'm going to teach you a little bit about that topic, okay? Now, you're going to pretend to be the students in my yoga class, okay? Now, we're not going to really do yoga, but I'm going to give you some information about it. It's a fancy class, so everyone needs to sit up straight. Okay, sit up straight. Make sure your hands are where they're supposed to be. Maybe in your laps, good place. That's where mine are. Okay, and we're going to pretend, take out your imaginary notepad, and you're going to pretend to write notes, okay, of what I'm teaching you. They're just imaginary, so you're not really doing it. All right, so you are official students. Now, watch as I teach you with my fingers how I'm going to write about yoga. All right, so we're going to start. It's a 5-finger rule, okay? If you know 5 things or more about a topic that you can teach, you can write about it. If you only know 3 things, you don't probably know enough to write about it, okay? You need to have a good 5 facts or more. Your book can be 10 pages long. We can always add paper. Okay, so yoga. The first thing that I would teach you about yoga is that in yoga, it's a lot of stretching, okay? The biggest movement is stretch. Another thing that I know about yoga is there's certain supplies you need for yoga. You need a yoga mat, okay? It's really important, a yoga mat. You don't even need shoes, a yoga mat, okay? 3, you need to know how to breathe. Okay, a lot of yoga is breathing correctly so that you're relaxing and stretching. It's all about breathing, okay? Now, if I stopped here, like I said, I wouldn't have enough for a story to teach you about yoga. I need to keep going. I need to think of 2 more facts at least about yoga. So, Number 4. I know where yoga started. Okay, it did not start in the United States. It started in a country called India. That's where yoga started. It originated there, if you've ever heard that, anyone say that. And number 5, yoga helps people. Okay, it's a very healthy thing to do yoga. It's very relaxing for people. It's a good, healthy activity or exercise. Okay, so I just gave you 5 things about yoga. Okay, now I'm going to call you teachers in a minute. Okay, because what you're going to do is you're going to start teaching about a topic. Okay, now give me a thumbs up again. Has everyone, look around, does everyone have their thumbs up? They know exactly what they're going to start teaching about? I hope so. I hope so. All right, so before I let you go, I want you, it's your chance to write a teaching book on a topic. Okay, when you get back to your seat in a moment, you're going to tell your table partner, so the person right across from you, what you are going to teach about, okay? And then they'll tell you. And then, remember the 5 fingers, you need 5 fingers. So partners, if they don't have 5 fingers, you need to encourage them to get 5 fingers. One of your fingers cannot be I like. Like I could not say I like yoga, okay? I likes are gone. Informational books do not have sentences that say I like, okay? We're done with that. All right, so I want you to go back to your seats. Get out your black folders if you need to. You don't need anything in them yet. And your sub has paper for you, but they're not going to give you the paper until they see you practice with your 5 fingers with your partner. Okay? I'm so excited to see this. It's okay if you don't get all 5 steps down today. You can start with the pictures so that you sketch across the pages so you remember what you do want to write. Okay? Or do a quick jot. Okay? But I am so excited to see what you are going to be teaching about. Bye, guys.